So we're gonna. All right.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I love that. It's so cool.
Starting from the bottom, right?
Yeah, starting from the bottom. So whoever has first wave civilizations goes first.
I didn't have that.
Number 3 was Christina, I think, so that's me. So your page number for that is 62, 63, 66, 67, and 68.
62.
Primarily it's on like 62 and 63, I think.
Alright, just give me a
It's just
second.
in between those.
Okay.
So, do you guys want me to read it or what?
You can read like the main topics that answers like the thing on the study guide, like the methods of political control and writing systems. I'll give you know where those are.
Okay. I'll look for that real fast. They're big on Mandate of Heaven. Like, really big on it. Like pharaohs, the emperors,
Okay, got it.
kings, they were big on Mandate of Heaven. Like Egyptian writing was, in hieroglyphics, which they carved it in stone, I think. Okay, so Egypt was like a happier first wave. Like they were the happy ones, because they had the
Nile River,
the Nile River that it flooded controlledly, like seasonally, so they knew when and they took advantage of it.
Okay.
Like Mesopotamia, they weren't as happy because their rivers were stupid.
That gave the Mesopotamians a weird look on life, like a very bad look on life.
Yeah, they're like
optimistic look on life.
No, pessimistic.
Pessimistic is the happy one?
No. I said like Mesopotamia, they were pessimistic.
Pessimistic. Okay.
Egypt was optimistic.
Okay.
Because they're happy. Oh, with the first wave civilizations, equality really started going to crap. Especially like hierarchies of gender, 73. Patriarchy, that. Oh, and then, the rise of states, right? Writing and accounting is on page 77. The writing was used to celebrate the great deeds of the kings. It was prominent, especially among the Egyptians and later the Maya. A hymn of the pharaoh dating back to 1850 BC extravagantly praised the ruler. So that's that. In Mesopotamia and elsewhere, writing served as an accounting function, recording who had paid their taxes, who owed what to the temple, and how much workers had earned. Thus, it immensely strengthened bureaucracy. Hammurabi's famous law code. Remember that? That's old. So basically, it was primarily used for celebrating rulers, gods, accounting, taxes, and law. So it's mostly political, economical stuff.
Alright.
I guess.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's like entirely, and, religious, but, yeah. Okay, do you guys want to switch to the next topic?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what were the methods of political control? It was the Mandate of Heaven and...
Mandate of Heaven and...
Like conquering stuff, kind of?
Well, what was that? Monumental architecture.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, so who has Paleolithic versus Neolithic?
Oh, that was me. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, you guys ready?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Paleolithic societies were egalitarian, Oh wait, I should probably tell you the page. Okay, well. Okay, hold on. Let me just read this really quick. So yeah, the Paleolithic communities were egalitarian, so they had little social structure. So yeah, equality between the sexes.
Mhm.
Wait, what page is that?
Let's hold on. Give me a sec. I think we could just like sort of like we can make some pretty easy implications from these societies. Just know that Paleolithic just means like before agriculture was like a thing.
Okay. So,
Before modernized.
Yeah,
Neolithic was okay.
yeah. Neolithic is basically cultivation of animals and plants and all that stuff. Or yeah, plants and then taming of animals.
Oh,
But
wait, Paleolithic was like hunter-gatherer.
And
Yeah.
then Neolithic is the hoe and like animal
Yeah.
husbandry.
yeah,
Okay. So I think that's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. I don't know. It's kind of simple.
yeah, just like the general idea of it. All right.
Early city states.
Oh, that was me. All right. Let me just page 82.
All right.
For Paleolithic.
Early city states.
Oh, for city-states. Okay.
Wasn't the city state just like a city that considered itself a state in a place? Like Mesopotamia was full.
It gets when they started getting power too. Yeah, power started to like,
Yeah, it's like
Oh, dude, it's raining so hard.
I know I can't. Let's see.
each state in Mesopotamia like had its own like god that it represented and stuff, right? And then it they all just fought each other.
Oh yeah. So anyway, for city states, there was a lot about Mesopotamia and Egypt, and then in the Tigris and Euphrates region, it was organized in a dozen or more separate and independent city-states. A city-state was ruled by a king, and they claimed to be a deity. So yeah, yeah. I think you should just know that.
They were practicing mandate of heaven.
Yeah. Or like Pharaoh stuff, like you mentioned earlier.
Weren't all first wave civilizations just like city states?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like majority, I'm pretty sure.
Like
And then they
Neolithic.
became empires.
Those first three
Yes.
connect. Like first civilizations, Neolithic, and city-states. They're pretty much all the same thing.
Yeah. Okay, so Dreamtime.
Alright, wait, just give me a second.
I think I had that one.
Yeah.
Development of an elaborate and complex outlook on the world known as Dreamtime, expressed in endless stories and extended ceremonies, and in the evocate rock art of the continent's peoples. The Dreamtime recounted the beginning of things, how an ancestral being crisscrossed the land, creating its rivers, hills, rocks, and waterholes, how various peoples came to inhabit the land, and how they related to animals and to one another.
Wait. So can you summarize that?
You can look at the thing I put in the Discord. I kind of simplified it.
They just like, I guess, imagine these big things as like the way of the world, basically.
Oh, more of like I think people discuss their origins and like. Hold on.
Origins.
Oh wait, look! Everything in the natural world was a vibration, an echo, a footprint of these ancient happenings, which linked the current inhabitants intimately to particular places and to timeless events in the past.
So pretty much everything has meaning towards the future and the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they believe like all the networks they have, like all the trading networks and like the where they like migrate from, they were all like the journeys of the ancestral beings.
Oh wait, I want to add.
So it's.
Oh.
Sorry.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So basically, it was like the idea that everything you do is it's a replication of what the gods have done. Pretty much.
Not everything that you do, but like the big things, I guess.
Oh, so like the basic stuff in life or something.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, so for the city, like I just want to talk about this. Add something to the city states, like Mesopotamia. Like Chris said earlier, they had a sort of uh, pessimistic culture. So also that meant like rivalry in their cities. So yeah, and warfare.
Mhm.
Yeah, know that.
In Christianity, I had that too.
All right, wait, just give me a second to write something down.
Mhm.
It's like he gives us vocab. It sucks.
Okay, yeah, now we go.
So, also the whole Christianity pages I gave you also the question of roles of women in Buddhism and Christianity. So, like the first one is while in its first generations, Christianity provided many opportunities for women to assume positions of leadership. By the fifth century, they were being systematically excluded. So,
Wait,
like,
so
they were able to do stuff basically. Like in Buddhism, there was a whole like it appealed to women because they could become nuns and stuff, but they were still like subordinate to men.
in Buddhism?
In Buddhism and then in Christianity, it was um
Wait, aren't we
wasn't
just
really
doing
shit.
Christianity right now?
Well, because it intertwines with the roles of women in Buddhism and Christianity.
Wait, give me a second. Hold on.
Oh. Okay, are we just doing... Wait, where is that?
Does anybody?
Wait, what? We're just talking about Christianity right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, look, the beginning of the chapter says neither Jesus nor the Buddha had any intention of founding a new religion. Rather, they sought to revitalize the traditions from which they had come. So they both started from like Buddhism from Hinduism, and Christianity from Judaism.
Wait, Buddhism from Hinduism?
Yeah.
But Buddhism came first, didn't it?
No.
No? I'm
No.
getting my religions mixed up.
Yes, you are, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so
So-
Christianity was first spread by Saint Paul.
So, it was spread through the Roman Empire?
No, by this guy named Saint Paul. Damn it.
Well, yeah, but...
And then once the Romans were like, yeah, Christianity, then it spread like
Yeah.
everywhere.
Okay. So
And then here's stuff about women, and women played leadership roles in the house of churches of the first century. Nonetheless, Paul considered women to be subject to their husbands, and declared that it is shameful for women to speak in church. Men were identified with the role of Christ himself when Paul argued that the husband is head of the wife, as Christ is head of the church. And then after that, basically the whole like clergy became male. It
Yeah, I
spread
think that's
slowly
good.
in the beginning after Jesus died. Then, when the Roman emperor was yes, it spread quickly, and then it quickly spread from there, like to fucking India, China.
Next is Hinduism. I think...
what's that at 179?
Wait! I got one more thing. I found
Oh,
something.
yeah? What's up?
In the Roman world, the strangest and most offensive feature of the faith was its exclusive monotheism and its antagonism to all other supernatural powers, particularly the cult of emperors. And then it says that that's why they were like prosecuted in the beginning.
Christianity.
Because Emperor Constantine that converted to Christianity in the 4th century CE.
Oh yeah. You also said Christianity had some kind of link to Judaism again. Forgot what it was.
Yeah, because it evolved from that.
Okay, got you. Most of the religions are like on chapter 4.
Yeah. So who has Hinduism?
I have it. Page 179.
Oh shoot! I just ripped the page.
Join the club. Yeah, so it was like similar to Buddhism, except it emphasized that people could achieve like spirituality without needing a Brahmin. So it was kind of like the religion that we just studied. Sorry, it was like Luther's. It was like the
Message.
Protestant Reformation. They believed that they didn't need the church. They could seek salvation themselves. I guess it's kind of it's pretty much that, except with Buddhism. They don't need the Brahmin. They just need to do good deeds.
Okay, so you were talking about like Hinduism, like karma, rebirth, goal of like liberation. Apparently,
Yeah.
It also had castes.
Yeah, the caste.
It was just like Brahmins were like the top tier, right?
yeah.
Yeah, they were.
And if in early Hinduism, it was if you do stuff according to your caste and don't like deviate, you'll get up in caste in the next life.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait, so your caste was based off what you did in the previous life, right?
yeah, that's the whole thing.
Karma is dharma.
Yeah.
And it was all believed. It was all believed if you're in a low caste, that means that your previous life, or you're just a bad person. So that's why you're like an untouchable now.
Yeah, that had to do with karma and stuff.
And then,
And then
untouchable was a new caste that was added later on.
What was that one thing called? I keep on forgetting the term, but it's like they were included in like all pretty much levels, but like had changed the caste.
Oh, the
They were what?
Jati?
Yeah, Jatis.
The Jati,
Oh,
they were like
that's-
guilds of workers.
Yeah. Castes winning castes.
Wasn't it if you lived a good enough life, you got out of the rebirth cycle and like basically went to, eternal happiness or glory?
Um,
Hold on.
Like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the goal to get
No,
out
I
of the
think that's
rebirth
just-
cycle? Or was
no,
that
I think
Buddhism?
that's Buddhism, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like that's
Because Buddhism is like the whole thing of once you do this, you'll stop. Because Buddhism was a thing of
I need to look at my notebook for this one. Just a second.
Okay. So basically, good caste equals good previous life.
Yeah. Oh, no way, I think Chris was right, because I read this one line, it says Moshka equals broke from, like, they're free from the cycle, you know what I mean? Of rebirth. But that also applies to Buddhism. Like,
Because Buddhism came from.
So Buddhism Nirvana, and then Hinduism had Moshka.
yeah, pretty much.
Like, if they were like really good if they made it to like Brahmin, but if they're like totally exceptional, they made it to Moshka. So you guys want to move on to the topic?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be Confucianism. I had that one off. I think. Yeah, because I had to do it. Okay. Confucianism, page 169. It's part of like the ways to save China to unite it. It came after the legalist answer, which worked at first with what's his name?
Mean guy.
The Qin dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Huangdi? I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, wait.
the Qin dynasty, it was like it united it successfully under brutality with large rewards and large consequences. That was legalism, but eventually failed, and Confucius managed to unite it through like critical thinking and stuff. Well, actually, he didn't. He created it, but he didn't unite people under it. I think.
No.
was his student.
Confucius tried to unite, but like listen. And then the Han Dynasty came around after the Shin Dynasty failed, and then they used Hinduism instead of legalism.
You mean Confucianism?
Or
They use that.
yeah, Confucianism instead of legalism.
Yeah.
Okay, so legalism also, it has to do with filial piety, or basically meaning, like, relationships with, like, respectful relationships between, like, elders and, like, you know.
The dead.
So is that part of Confucianism?
That's also part of Confucianism.
Yeah, filial piety had to do with, Confucianism. So like respect
Oh.
around the family, all that. Respect your inferiors and respect your superiors and all that.
Wasn't it like the old dudes hooked up with the young girls or something? It was like kind of weird.
I don't think so.
Because I'm pretty sure that's part of the respect the elders thing.
I don't even know about that part, but I doubt it's gonna ask about that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I remember there's something being about young girls getting with older guys, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not even like super relevant.
So, sorry. Also, it was like just a philosophy. It wasn't a religion.
Also, wasn't
Yeah.
filial piety like a way that they showed like if you respect your elders, you also gotta respect. Like it was like if you have to respect your elders, so you also have to respect the government because like they're older than you or some shit like that.
I think so. I forgot about the examination system. They used that in Confucianism.
Boy.
Yeah. Nice.
Anyway, I got it. It's since the emperor has a lot of wisdom, you have to respect them, just like how your elders have a lot of wisdom. You have to respect them.
Yeah.
I mean, it just says Confucianism, so I guess it includes all of it. So, does anybody remember anything about Neo-Confucianism?
Neo-Confucianism was a blend of Buddhism and Taoism.
In
And
Confucianism,
Confucianism.
Yeah.
but
It was
what,
like Bible, kind of.
It was more
what
like
specifically
tolerant.
did it
wasn't
do?
I thought it was just a more tolerant version. It was because people saw like good things in all three of them. I think, even though Confucianism and Taoism are like complete opposites. You guys just want to move on?
No, I found it. It's during the Ming and Qing dynasties, continued to operate broadly between the Confucian framework, enriched now by insights of Buddhism and Taoism, to generate a system of thought called Neo-Confucianism. During the late Ming times, for example, the influential thinker Wang Yaming argued that intuitive moral knowledge exists in people. Even robbers know that they should not rob. Thus,
So-
anyone could achieve a virtuous life by introspection and contemplation without the extended education study of the classical text and constant striving for improvement that traditional Confucianism prescribed for an elite class of gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
So basically,
Wait.
it was a more ethical Confucianism.
It was more accessible, I guess.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
Yeah.
criticized philosophy of Confucianism.
Chinese Buddhists also, as well, sought to make their religion more accessible to ordinary by suggesting that lay people could undertake practices similar to those performed monks in monasteries. Withdrawal from the world was not necessary for enlightenment. This kind of more religious individualism bore some similarity to the thinking of monks.
That's the support of Christianity by the Roman Empire. Didn't we already talk about it?
Like, in a way, yeah, right? Like, all we need to know is who started it. Alexander the Great, right?
Wait, what?
Who started the Roman Empire?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it says Roman Empire in support of Christianity. So we know it's like Constantine converting. So since he was controlling the Roman Empire, it basically like people follow his conversion. So
So it started with Constantine converting.
yeah, following
And
the
then that was like the Roman Empire was like at a pretty high point when that happened, so it kind of spread fast.
yeah.
Oh! Alexander the Great created Alexandria, and then it was conquered by somebody else who created the Roman Empire.
Yeah, it was. Who was it? It was like the small community.
It was Augustus Caesar, right?
Yeah, I don't know. The early Romans, they were like this tiny community that like actually had to go steal women to keep up with the population.
Oh yeah, it was in Italy. It started at the bottom of Italy. Italy. And then some guy conquered everything.
Yeah, some guy conquered like the Greek
Alexandria.
capital. They conquered the Greek capital, and then it took over the entire thing.
Mm-hmm. And then the first emperor was Augustus Caesar.
Okay, so anyway, the Renaissance was a European thing. Oh, okay. So it's on page 569. So, Renaissance European, a rebirth of classical learning that is most often associated with the cultural blossoming of Italy in the period 1350 to 1500 that included not just a rediscovery of Greek learning, but also major developments in art, as well as growing secularism in society. But yeah, it's on page 469. It explains it on like the bottom part.
Okay, wait, I think I got it now. Rome started in Italy and then took over the whole Mediterranean Ocean. Alexander, but then it collapsed because he died, and everybody else sucked. And then it was taken over by like the Persians, I think.
Did you find out who conquered Alexandria?
No,
I didn't get any of
No,
what
there
you
was-
just said. Sorry.
there was nobody specific. It was just like it was just a 500-year ongoing battle to conquer land in starting in the Roman Empire,
What are you guys
In-
talking about?
the Roman city-state in Italy.
He's talking about the Christianity and Roman Empire, but alright, it's fine.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so the inspirations for the Renaissance was on page 569.
569?
And it starts like at the bottom.
Okay.
569, and it was a European thing, so it was basically a rebirth for classical learning. Like, so back of like which the Greeks and the Romans, like they were trying to learn about that. And
Yeah. Sorry.
let's see. No, it's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, it like took place mostly in Italy. So
It was like revival of Rome, right?
Mm.
yeah, like the learning thing. And also, let me just read this thing. Yeah, so the writers and the artists during that era, they wanted to like link themselves to the legacy of the pre-Christian Greeks and Romans. So so they just wanted to like look back at the past. So that's the inspiration behind it.
Art and literature took inspiration from Greece and Rome. They were returning to the sources as they.
Yeah. So basically, like the inspiration is just pre-Christianity or pre-Christian Greeks and Romans and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So the inspiration was art, Roman, Greek art, literature,
Mhm.
and knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. So next topic. It was the big second wave civilization.
So look, watch China's really philosophy was Confucianism. Roman Empire had a fucking the thing where it's only a king.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because it's the ruling philosophy. So China used Confucianism and the mandate of
Yeah.
heaven, and then the Roman Empire used the thing where it's a king. Not democracy, but the
The
other one.
emperor.
They
There was
had-
no ruler.
There was no ruler in India except for twice.
Yeah. It
Part
was
of the
ruling philosophy. So India would actually be the caste system.
Yeah, but there was
Right.
also no ruling thing except for twice.
Well, because there's the hierarchies of castes, so technically they're ruling over the ends of it.
Yeah.
So wait, what do we really talk about second wave civilizations? Like ruling philosophy, so just know what the philosophies were used and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Roman Empire had a lot of slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So did Sparta.
yeah,
But Athens had more than Sparta.
yeah.
So slavery was slavery, Roman Empire, Sparta, and Athens.
Wasn't Athens like a democratic place, or was it Greece?
No, Athens was a democratic place. It was more
Yeah.
democratic than Sparta, but Sparta had less slaves, and it was I don't know. I think it's just called authoritarianism. An
Totalitarian.
totalitarian. There you go.
Yeah, totalitarian.
Can you spell that?
China only had 1% of the population be slaves.
Yeah, but really in China, like, the single ruler had a lot of investors. Like, he had like a bunch of like people helping him out, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's like full totalitarian, but I don't know. I think we got all of them. Yeah.
There was a little bit of slavery in India also.
Well, yeah, because the Untouchables did the dirty work.
Yeah, but there was also religious writings on secular offered some protection for slaves.
Well, yeah, because in their religion, it was like the one god was made up of all the castes, and the lowest of all castes was like really respected because they made up the base for the civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so 30 is Ashoka. I forgot what page that was on. It was the beginning of India. Or Buddhism, sorry. So that's
143. The Mauryan Empire was an impressive political structure equivalent to the Persian, Chinese, and Roman empires, though not nearly as long-lasting.
So he led the Mauryan Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the one that converted to Buddhism.
Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism and his moralistic approach to governance gave his reign a different tone than that of China's Qin Shi Huangdi or Greece's Alexander the Great, who, according to legend, wept because he had no more worlds to conquer. Ashoka's legacy in modern India has been that of an enlightened ruler who sought to govern in accord with the religious values and moral teachings of Hinduism and Buddhism.
I think you just need to know he ruled the Mauryan Empire in India, converted to Buddhism, and ruled peacefully afterwards with tolerance.
Yeah, and then the empire fell apart after his death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for Ashoka. Now, who had Islamic empires? Oh, I did.
So wait, how did Islam mainly spread?
First by conquering.
Okay.
By conquering trade and missionaries. But I mean, the thing is about the empires, right?
Okay, so the Ottoman Empire practiced Sunni Islam, while the Safavid Empire practiced Shia Islam, which then caused the problem, which is why they fought. The Ottoman Empire was in Anatolia, where the Ottoman Empire is at. And then the Safavid Empire is where Persia is, basically. And it was right next to the Ottoman Empire.
Alright.
And so they fought. Yeah, in the West African savannas, the Songhai Empire rose in the second half of the 15th century. It was the most recent and largest in a series of oppressive states that operated at a crucial interior intersection of the trans-Saharan trade routes that derived much of the revenue from taxing that commerce.
West Africa?
Yeah.
Oh, it came about from the merchants who came from Arabia.
What was Songhai then?
It was a minority. The Mongol or the Mughal. The Mughal was the minority rule in India.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what about Songhai?
That was in West Africa.
West Africa.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And it was brought. It was brought together by Arab merchants.
It was in a very important part of trans-Saharan trade. God. And then the Mughal Empire just brought the Hindus and the Muslims together.
Yeah. And then they also allowed England to
Conquer
make
them.
money from textiles.
Oh yeah, and then conquer.
Yeah. Wait. What? England didn't conquer anything in India. Oh, you mean in the northwest, where there's like that one place, I think it was like Sikhism or something.
Sikhism?
India was conquered by British people, you know.
Yeah, I know, but like not what? But like they didn't let them conquer.
Yeah, no.
Hmm.
Yeah.
British also like the Sikhism's military stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the Mughal emperors accommodated their Hindu subjects like the subjects.
Okay. So the next
That's
one,
it, right?
yeah. The Mongol effect on Russia. That was mine. So what I got, it's on page 532.
532?
Yeah, 532, Russia and the Mongols. It's a blue
Alright.
section. Okay, so basically, Russia was at the time divided amongst princes. Like, it was united, but then it broke up. And then, the Mongols came and they still didn't unite to fight the Mongols because they're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And the effects were that the Mongols like greatly depleted the population by deporting all like the craftsmen and the laborers to like other places in Eurasia. And then it affected, it didn't, like, the Mongols didn't really adapt or take anything from Russia. But Russia got Mongol weaponry and stuff, and then they the princes took advantage of extra taxation for tribute to the Mongols, so they taxed extra for themselves.
Yep.
And I think they eventually used it to escape the Mongol grasp.
And then Moscow became rich and conquered Russia and united
Yeah.
everybody. Mm-hmm. That's it for Russia.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
And then, so inspirations for the Renaissance. Oh wait, never mind. Mongol characteristics of historical peoples.
Yeah. Who had that? Wait, shoot! No, that's mine. That's mine. That's mine.
Okay.
Okay, there are a bunch of different pages for it. It's basically 514 through 518 and 39 through 41. Primarily 39 through 41, though. That's gonna be your better one. Cause like the 500s one, 514 to 518, it just kind of says how they were like all around the world, like the Mongols and stuff.
We could just say that like they kept like nomadic ways, and then they didn't really settle that much.
Yeah.
Hated animals rather than plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, those types of the animal husbandry, right?
Yeah.
They were still very egalitarian, while their counterparts were already city-states and crap.
Oh, they once the Neolithic societies came, they relied on trade to get a more substantial diet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Organizing kingship.
Yeah. Oh, they also like got salt from the normal, or like not the normal, but like the stationary society. So the next one is Marco Polo.
I couldn't really get any actual detail from that, so need some help on that one. I know Angelo told us that he went to China and then he like wrote about his discoveries. You want to say that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that kind of sums it up.
Yeah.
Not wrong. He went all around, I guess. He kind of introduced the European world to China.
Alright, cool.
He like super fond of China, and he wrote how good it was, but also how like different it was.
Mm-hmm.
He was wasn't he kind of like what's the word? A word. He was nationalistic. He was like very fond of his nation. He was talking about how China is weird because they ate dog.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. The spread of Islam.
You
That
already
was listed twice.
Yeah, we can just say it now, so we don't have to talk about it later. But so you said like military conquest.
Yeah. Just
Military
spread through
conquest, and then merchants, and then missionaries.
the three M's. Military, merchant, and missionary.
Did Wing tell us something like that? I feel like he did.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we could also talk about the Battle of Palace or something.
Oh, that like I don't know where.
The Battle of Talos? What?
Yeah.
What's that?
Like there was like that big battle, you know.
Pretty sure that was
Islam is like 437.
Yeah, wait, no, it's in the vocab. Chapter 9. Arab victory over the Chinese that checked Chinese expansion to the west and enabled the conversion of Central Asia to Islam. So just conquest, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or war. Yeah, warfare. Yeah, warfare. Okay.
You might say something about the Battle of Talos because he said it was important.
Yeah.
Because didn't it represented like a huge cultural exchange or something?
Yeah. Yeah, with the Chinese and stuff. Yeah.
It was opportunities for women in Buddhism and Christianity.
I had that one. It was on pages 189 and 178.
189?
And 178. Yeah.
Oh, 178, okay. It's like the second paragraph, the third paragraph. Yeah, the second and the third and the fourth. And the fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every paragraph except for the first 8.
Allowed women to join a separate order of nuns. Even then, these nuns were subjected to a series of rules that clearly subordinated them to men.
Yeah. Also, they said the Buddhist thinking said women were a distraction.
And nonetheless, thousands of women flocked to join the Buddhist order of freedom in Indian society. They largely ran their own affairs.
And then Christianity is pretty easy to say because they're completely patriarchal. Entirely run by men and stuff.
And then 189 was for Christianity. Which we already talked about, basically.
Yeah.
Subject to husbands. The whole hierarchy became men. So, Sufism and the spread of Islam, too. Yep. Chapter 9, 428.
Well, we already did the spread of Islam. We just need Sufism, right?
Yeah, Sufism is a vocab word. It's a branch of Islam defined by adherence as the inner mystical dimension of Islam.
So it was like a denomination of Islam, I guess?
No, a branch.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
I mean, I found this. Sufis were particularly facilitating for India, had always valued God-filled men, who were detached from worldly affairs. Sufi holy men, willing to accommodate local gods and religious festivals, helped to develop a popular Islam that was not always so sharply distinguished from the more devotional forms of Hinduism.
So, it was Wait. So it was like a mix or something?
It was just a popular Islam. It was willing to accommodate.
Oh, so it was accommodating is
Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay, I just remembered. Sufism, it relates to the spread of Islam because it was more accommodating, so people of other religions, like they changed to it easier.
Known as Sufis, they represented Islam's mystical dimension, thought their personal experience of the divine. Through renunciation of the material world, meditation on the words of the Quran, chanting the names of God, and the use of the music and dance, the veneration of Muhammad and various saints, Sufis pursued an interior life, seeking to tame the ego and achieve spiritual. To describe that inexpressible experience, they often restored it to metaphors of drunkenness, or the embrace of lovers. It was.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so Sikhism was the accommodating one.
No, Sufism
Right.
was also the accommodating one.
Oh, okay. So
The Hinduism.
Sikhism is the one that we read about again. The girl in the back and stuff.
It was Hinduism and
Yeah,
Islam.
yeah, Hinduism and Islam.
Mm-hmm.
the next one. Effects of the Crusade. Oh, I have that one. So the Crusades, 485. Yeah, okay, 485. It says Europe outward bound, the Crusading tradition. Basically, they okay. So the effects of them weren't long lasting, but basically they conquered the Iberian Peninsula, which had been Islam for a while, and then they spread Christianity pretty far. They spread the European influence, but again, they weren't long lasting effects.
Except for Spain. It helped Christian Europeans, or just Europeans in general, become more in contact with this.
Oh yeah, without outside world.
They also learned techniques for producing sugar.
Oh yeah.
And then the sugar techniques spread, and that's why slavery was so strict in the America,
Caribbean.
mostly Spanish America, and yeah.
It also opened channels of trade, technology transfer, intellectual. Fuck. How do you say it now? I forgot.
Intellectual.
There you go. Exchange.
Yeah.
Intellectual.
None of them succeeded. That's all we know. So that's the only thing that's.
Except for the Iberian Peninsula one.
Yeah. So, what's it? Effect or comparison of China, Korea, and Japan?
Okay, so there's a big section on it. It's on page 337, 338. Sorry, 377, 378, 379, 377 through 384. Hey, it's 420, guys. Make a wish.
Got it.
What? Oh, you're good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Who goes first?
Okay. You're done first.
Okay, so what I got for Vietnam, it kept saying how similar it was to Korea. I'm pretty sure that's why Mr. Wing didn't want it, because it's basically the same thing as Korea's.
Chopper rice.
I guess. Well, except for the chopper rice. So Vietnam, they sent people to China to, get Chinese learning, to get the influence. They achieved political independence, but they were under China's rule for the longest time, longer than Korea, and Japan was never under it. They were seen as southern barbarians after they achieved independence,
Mm-hmm.
and they participated in the tribute system after they achieved independence.
Mm-hmm.
Women were respected a lot more there than in China. Like they preferred female babies to male babies, unlike
Mhm.
China preferred male to female.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, for Korea, it was like they were basically independent the whole time, and they only allied with China when necessary to like conquer the rival states that were in Korea. And then one dynasty, the Silla, conquered everybody, and then it was the Silla, Koro, and Yi dynasties that came after that. They were in a tribute system to China, and they sent their kids to China to learn Confucian ways. Buddhist monks went to China to study Buddhism there and then come back. And then women roles in Korea sucked because of Confucianism. Oh, and they also created their own language.
Mm.
They had 1/3 of their population as slaves.
1/3 population was slaves.
Yep. Anyway, so
Dang.
Andy, your turn.
What do you got? What do you have, Andy?
Okay, so Japan was basically anyway, so Japan were on islands, so they were separated from the mainland, which China and Korea were at. So since they were on islands, they didn't have to worry about military conquest, and they adopted some Chinese culture, but not all.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, what else did I read? Oh yeah, and they also they sent some people to China, or some scholars and monks and stuff, artists and students to the mainland, and they returned back and practiced what they learned. So yeah, that too.
All right.
Japanese adopt Chinese style government laws and all that. Oh wait, also they use samurai for protection.
Mm.
And they didn't really have a strong centralized state or government, so that's why they use samurais.
Okay. So next is Buddhism in China. Who had that?
I think I had that, but let me just see this really quick. Okay, so I was on pages like 389 to 390.
89.
Or yeah, 388, around there.
Okay.
Alright, so China was... Okay, Buddhism was a gift to China from India, basically. And they wanted Buddhism because it was thought to be sort of magical, and plus it was foreign. And then...
Foreign trade.
Yeah. So... Also, it took place in the elite, and it was popular in the elite and elite culture, stuff like that. And then what else? Buddhism thought to have access to magical powers, and monks and scholars and translators present religion to Chinese and with a few modifications. They make Buddhism a little bit more what do you call it? Patriarchal. Yeah. And then let's see what else. And they also let's see, Mahayana. How do you pronounce it again? Mahayana.
Wait, what page? What page is it on?
It's on page 388. Oh, and also later, didn't Buddhism sort of lose support or something like that?
Yeah, it declined due to Confucianistic views from the north.
Oh, and then when the Han Dynasty, Buddhism rose because everybody was like shit.
Yeah.
And then all the people that were ruling at that time were like, ooh, yes.
So yeah, it was like at a high point around 300 to 800 CE.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, it like fell.
Yeah.
And after that, the losing state support section. It says after a while, the Chinese states didn't like it because it was foreign afterwards. So.
Oh, and didn't it just steal the government's wealth, and it didn't pay anything?
Yeah. Because the what were you?
The monasteries.
Yeah, monasteries. But it didn't vanish. I remember it still says society, and then
Yeah.
No, I don't think they promoted it. They were just exempt from taxes, and they ran businesses such as oil presses.
The monasteries were exempt from taxation, and they were super costly to make, and they were making a bunch of them, and eventually it became too much, and the government viewed it as a waste, and then it just kind of shut down its support, but it was still there in relevance, just not as supported by the government. It was just kind of tolerated. Okay, so the Portuguese trading post empire. We can basically do these off the top of our heads, honestly.
Yeah.
Like these upcoming ones. The majority of them, anyway.
For control of trade, but not people.
Yeah, Yeah.
It took over in places like the coast of Africa, and some important straits that people had to go through.
The jizya. Wait, no, that was different. What was it called?
Alright, sorry, Hunter. Let me just. Sorry.
Cortez.
Oh yeah, Cortez. They to trade within the Indian Ocean. Okay. What else is on this thing again? Okay, can't find it. Anyway, back to. I just want to say something about that Buddhism thing. Yeah, so it was the Mahayana Buddhism, mainly in China. So,
You guys want to move on to East India companies?
Yes, that was the British and the
Dutch.
British and Dutch.
Yeah, British and Dutch.
The British were in India, the Dutch were in the Spice Islands.
Yeah, and Indonesia. Wait, no.
Indonesia is the Spice Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah, so British were in Mughal.
The Mughal Empire in India. They had to work with the Mughal Empire, and they focused mostly on textiles. The Dutch. The Dutch were in the Spice Islands, and they killed people that sucked.
Yeah.
And focused on spice.
Yeah. Also, what else? The British couldn't really take over the Mughal Empire because it was very powerful, so they just had some association with them or something. Yeah,
they worked together while the Dutch took over and raided farms and shit.
Yeah.
And also the Dutch, they made it so that the natives produced more spices and food, and they starved.
Oh yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah, they destroyed the crops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Jeez.
Why are you laughing?
Because he's got dark humor.
No bread for you, only spice.
Here, eat some pepper. It's so bad. I'm sorry.
Anyway, is that all? Or is there more you want to discuss?
That's the whole idea. It's only 5 paragraphs anyway.
Alright.
Wahhabi movement, I had that one too. Long.
Okay, so it came from that Abdin al-Wahhab, support from the political guy and the emperor, orangutan, whatever.
Aurangzeb.
Yeah.
Wait, so Wahhabi Islam? What do you think? It was
A
like-
major Islamic movement beginning in the 18th century, led by the austere lifestyle and a strict adherence to the Shira.
yeah.
Supported by the Emperor Aurangzeb, they slowly created an empire that took over Mecca, and then that later became the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Returned to a more strict form of Islam. Yeah, that's basically it.
Oh wait, we should also probably mention the destruction of idols and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
Well,
destroyed.
so I don't think it was Aurangzeb.
No, the guy who supported him was the Muhammad Ibn Saud. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't Aurangzeb.
Yeah. This is related, but it said Wahhabi resisted Western European affairs in Islam, so no Western penetration in Saudi.
Weren't they like exclusive? Like they weren't they weren't tolerant. They didn't tolerate other things.
Like, you mean they didn't tolerate the Western parts, or like tolerate like the idols and stuff?
Like they didn't tolerate anything except for Wahhabi Islam.
I think so. Pretty sure.
They didn't tolerate like Christianity and
Yeah.
like, Hinduism.
Such movements became associated with resistance to the political and cultural intrusion of the European West into the affairs of the Islamic world.
Yeah. So yeah. Basically what you
Okay,
Okay.
I think that's good.
All right.
Tokugawa, Japan.
Oh, that's mine. So basically, I don't have my paper on me, but so it started out the shoguns or the daimyo were the warlords, like private warlords who had samurai as their warriors. They basically just fought each other for
A long
tiny
time.
pieces of land for a while. And then the silver thing erupted, and the shoguns used the silver to unite the daimyo by conquering them.
The Tokugawa.
Yeah, and it became Tokugawa, Japan. And then they expelled everyone except for the Dutch. Yeah.
And they were only able to trade in Nagasaki, and then Nagasaki became very smart.
And
Yeah.
then after a while, didn't they open back up? So like.
No,
Yeah. No, wait.
it was still only the Dutch. No, it was still only the Dutch until America came over and was like, open up.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to that point yet in history, though.
Samurai were just fighters with swords and cool armor
Yeah.
that spoke Ching Chong. European state system, the Protestant scientific European state systems.
That's not mine.
Yeah. I think that was mine. Yeah, that was mine.
I didn't either.
Okay, so 721 through 724. That's what I think.
What does it mean by state system?
State systems is after the 30 Years' War, when the Roman Catholic, the new state system was that every emperor that had land, like France, Spain, and stuff, they could all decide what religion they followed.
Yeah. And they could choose if they were tolerant or not.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, wait, by the way, I remember the question on the recent quiz we took. It was like, what did the Enlightenment and Scientific Revolution share?
The Enlightenment took the scientific revolution ideas and applied it to human affairs.
Yeah. And yeah, like Enlightenment was like human affairs, science was like
Science.
Yeah. Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, actually, I don't even know anything about what was Romanticism. Like actually, like
it was a thing that occurred because of the Enlightenment.
Yeah.
Because the Enlightenment was all about like facts and everything was like all cold and stuff.
Yeah.
Love and crap.
Wait, so what was it about?
It was just like it was the opposite of what the it was just like to bring back love and passion and stuff back to like people because everybody became all facts only.
So the next section is the silver trade causes, characteristics, and effect.
Okay, well, there's a lot that we like. I remember like most of it, but it's just
what happened. Silver trade causing characteristics and effects.
Okay.
Silver trade was about silver.
Yeah.
Big silver mine in Spain and a big one in Japan also.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Spain found big silver mines in Mesoamerica.
Yeah.
And they monopolized it.
Monopolized it, started trading with it.
That's the cost,
price of silver went up, everything, inflation. And then what empire was the one that was like sucked and didn't invest? Was it Spain or was it Portugal?
Yeah, that was Spain.
That was Spain.
Spain screwed themselves.
Yeah, Japan were able to invest and unite. We talked about that. Unite the Dynamo and stuff, and then
China started taxing everybody with silver only. So everybody started to make stuff to sell, and then all the silver ended up in China.
Yeah. So and also, what else? Yeah. Pretty much ended up in China.
Also, China didn't invest in anything either.
It was Japan.
Japan invested, China did not.
Yeah. But China was okay, I guess.
But during the silver trade, the Chinese were like making products in Europe or something like that, and they were able to sell it a lot faster because they had a bunch of quantity.
Yep. So 13, the Russian Empire uniqueness really. Conquered Siberia because fur became very important because of the little ice age.
Yeah.
What they like the people, the Russians controlled the Siberians and forced them to like hunt, right?
Yeah.
Or was it that they just like they did it themselves?
No, they forced the Siberians, I think. It was like the same as the Native Americans and Europeans. They paid the Siberians to do it, but the Siberians also got addicted to whiskey and tobacco, and then they also contracted Russian diseases and died.
Yep. Okay, and then the uniqueness for Russian Empire, they had their own form of Christianity.
Russian Orthodox.
Yep, and then they were like lagging behind everybody else, but then caught up. And alright, so African Christian syncretism.
I'm not done writing the Russian stuff yet. Sorry.
Yeah, the alcohol had a negative effect on Native American societies.
African religious ideas and practices, for example, accompanied slaves to the Americans. Common African forms of religious revelation, like dream interpretation, visions, spirit possession, found a new place in the Africanized versions of Christianity that emerged in a new world. Europeans frequently perceived these practices as evidence of sorcery, witchcraft, or even devil worship, and tried to suppress them.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, syncretic religions such as voodoo in Haiti, Santeria in Cuba, and guacamole and macaba in Brazil persisted. They derived from various West African traditions and featured dancing, sacrifice, and spirit possession. And over time, they incorporated Christian beliefs and practices such as church attendance, the search for salvation, and the use of candles and crucifix, and often identified the various spirits or deities with Catholic saints. That's it.
So basically,
that's all I found.
African religion mixed with Christianity to create like new ways of worship, and it was seen as like devil worship by traditional Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically Africans like their stuff, and then Christians don't like their stuff. That makes sense. We already know the role of women in Africa, right? You know, laborers, because men were gone, slaves. No?
Labor became more intensive for them.
Yeah.
Men had more wives,
Polygamy.
and people started Europeans started marrying them, which gave both of them more opportunity. The Europeans got to trade better, and then the African ladies got to like suck.
So men got more wives.
Yeah. Labor intensives for women. And then, it just says role of women in Africa.
What? Yeah. Hey, I have to leave, guys.
No, Chris, take your phone.
I'll be back. It's not. Shut up at all.
It's a tablet!
I can't take it with me because it doesn't get data.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Just tell him to work by himself.
You know what? Vidal,
What?
I'll call you on my phone. And
What?
then, you know my phone?
Uh-huh.
I'll call you on that.
Yeah, what about Andy?
And then you could tell me what you guys are talking about, or I'll call Andy, and he'll tell me what you guys are talking about.
Or we just probably wait for Chris to come back.
We can just wait for you to come back. Yeah, just end the call.
Alright, I'll
Come back and,
run
like-
back, okay?
Yeah, just like mute the call or something.
Okay. Yeah, Peter! Okay, I'll be back. See you guys. Hey guys.
Chris.
Hey, I'm playing a video game right now, so just give me a second until this game ends and I'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ugh. This game is so hard.
Alright.
Well, welcome, Slowpoke. No.
Alright. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, right.
Where?
Oh, that's such a cute
Atlantic
dog
Safe.
at all.
Oh, yeah.
Pages 687, 688 are gonna be your pages. Basically, the causes for it was, in America, there was a large need in workers because the Native American slaves were, like, dying due to disease, and they needed more, and the demand was high, so they got them from Africa. Also, there were new sugar plantations, and they were really dangerous, so they needed even more. Characteristics were, in some place, like in North America, it was less strict, in South, it was more strict.
Yep. There was a lot less life expectancy in the Caribbean.
Yeah. And then, slavery was associated with blackness.
Which hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 90% of all the Caribbeans, and then 10% went to from America?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the...
And then the effects where the roles of women changed. Africa, some empires became like focused on slavery. Were like, no, that's bad. In Africa, syncretism of Christianity and the it sucked.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I'm writing stuff down still.
okay. The next one is China, Ming Dynasty, Qing, Manchu Dynasty, Kazu, and Chosu.
I have that also.
Okay.
Wait, the characteristics of it were like strict.
Oh, and the children also bore slavery. They were not free people.
Yeah.
That was another one.
So the next one is China Ming Dynasty. Stuff. I got 732, 737, and 738.
732.
The
Yeah.
Teo Zhang thing was about like what do you call it? Research based off of facts or something, or like just based off of facts.
Yeah.
Wait, what was?
The one that starts with a K.
Yeah, Tao Zhang.
Oh yeah. So
The Jesuits lost face after China realized that they were still Pope and withheld information about the solar system.
wait, what?
Yeah, the Jesuits in China.
Yeah.
And then
So they were accepted because they weren't like violent and invasive.
Yeah,
and they were seen as really smart.
yeah. So then they allowed them in court as well, at one point. Oh, and
they
then
got two-faced.
later on they what do you call it? The ruler or something like that of China.
Said they were under his control, so they got kicked out.
Yeah, because what do you call it? Confucianism and idolatry and stuff like that. And like the Jesuits didn't like that, or Jesuits or whatever.
Jesuits.
Same thing.
And then what's the Manchu and Qing? Founded ruling dynasty of China from
1644 was the Qing.
Yeah, the Qing rulers were originally from Manchu.
It's freaking Qing, Vidal. Shut up. No.
So the Qing dynasty
Kidding.
was the last dynasty of China.
Alright, cool.
They were because they were outsiders, they wanted to please all the Chinese people, so they used.
And what could be said about the Ming Dynasty again?
The Manchu, I have no idea. I don't remember what the Manchu did. What was Manchu?
I don't remember any Manchu Dynasty ever being mentioned.
You know what? It's probably they probably are just the same thing, the Qing and the Manchu.
Yeah, because there's a slash thing, so it's like or.
Yeah. The Manchu is the Qing.
Okay.
The Manchu are the Qing?
Yeah. Because it was ruled by Manchurian people. Okay, so I think we're done with that one now. The spread of Islam. We already went over that.
Yeah, so we need to do that.
Yeah.
Cause and effect of fur trades. The cause was that it got really cold because of little ice age.
Yeah.
So people needed more fur, which sparked trade. And there was fur in Siberia and North America.
And then animal population decreased because I need a fur.
The people that were getting the fur used the natives to hunt. All the natives got addicted to alcohol stuff, and then they were dependent on European goods.
Oh yeah. Also, didn't the natives went from women's role? I forgot. It was the women stopped doing that. Oh yeah, they stopped producing household items or something, and then to making fur or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, didn't they lose their sort of? I forgot what word was. I don't know, but I just they started making fur
instead of household goods, which is why they became more addicted to European goods, I think.
Yeah.
So there's There's the fur trade. Now, Ottoman Empire conflict with Safed, we already went over that, and then Devashimay is just the giving of Christian boys to the Ottoman government.
Okay.
Wait. So 6 is Ottoman Empire conflict. Oh. Wait, so the conflict was they were Shia and Sunni.
Sunni, Ottomans were Sunni, the Safavid were Shia.
Yeah.
And then the Safavid Empire was is located where the Persian Empire was, very, very close to each other. And they fought. And then Devashimay, we already know about that. Get their pee-pee cut off.
Oh,
Akbar and Aurangzeb, Jizya, Sakhi, Hindus, Sikhs.
wait, we already talked about that, didn't we?
Who was Akbar?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only person I don't know, actually.
Who had number 5?
That would have been Drew. Wait. Yeah, it would have been Drew. So,
Oh crap! I did it.
yeah.
Really? What the fuck? Oh yeah, no. I have page 579, 642 to 47, 6, and 738 to 739. But now that I think about it, I think Akbar was like he did stuff for the Hindus and stuff. Like he was, and he sucked, and imposed all the tax again and stuff.
I think it was mentioned in 642.
Yeah, look. In directly religious matters, Akbar imposed a policy of toleration, deliberately restraining the more military Islamic Ummah, and removing the special tax on non-Muslims. He constructed a special house of worship, where he persisted over intellectual discussions with representatives of many religions.
Yeah, it says he softened the Hindu restrictions on women and all that. What page was that on again?
642. 643.
Yeah, 643.
Okay. I'm actually on there now.
I don't know where Aurangzeb is at. Oh, here it is. This strain of Muslim thinking finally championed Aurangzeb, who revised Akbar's policy of accommodation and sought to impose a diplomacy. While Akbar has discouraged the Hindu practice of sati, Aurangzeb forbade it outright. Music and dance were now banned at court, and previously tolerated vices such as gambling, drinking, prostitution, and narcotics were actively suppressed.
768.
Okay, so the jizya was the religious tax? Or...
Yeah, the jizya was a religious tax on non-Muslims.
Yeah.
Akbar took it away. Aurangzeb imposed it.
No, you're cutting out a lot.
Yeah.
I'm cutting out.
Yeah, dude, your internet is like making your voice cut out.
Wait, I'm cutting out, really?
Yeah, you've been cutting out like the.
No, crap. How have I been cutting out for?
Like literally
Like the entire call?
At first it was every like minute, and then just now it was like 2 seconds you talk.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Right now.
So far, you're fine.
Fine right now.
So far, I'm fine?
Yeah.
So far, yeah.
Chilling.
Okay, then. This is crap. So wait, oh my god, what if the recording sucks? Whatever.
As badly as...
Okay. How do I... Wait, how long have I been cutting out?
Like, since you came back.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably because I took my earbuds out, and I don't know. They had a pretty good mic.
I have best mic, and now my fucking thing. Whatever.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So let's go back to whatever we were. Or Sadie. What's Sadie?
What?
Sadie.
I don't know.
Yeah, what the frick is that? I don't remember that.
Yeah. When a widow followed her husband to death by throwing herself on his funeral pyre.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
there you go.
Dude, why would he put something like that in there?
What do you mean? Because that's important to Hindus.
Yeah, but then, like, what the frick? That was, like, I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's, like, just mentioned for, like, super briefly, and then, like, all of a sudden it's so important.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. We're good with that one, right?
I think so.
The Colombian Exchange. Those are the transatlantic, routes. Something like that.
The Colombian Exchange.
I have that one. There's like, there's a page for it. I don't think I wrote down the. I don't know.
I think we just know between the Americas and Afro-Eurasia.
624. This page. It's basically the exchange of food items and crops and animals,
And plague.
like globally.
Yeah, and plague. Plague.
Yeah.
Plague. Black.
Got that plaque, Chris. It was the first, like, connection between everything, basically.
Yeah. So we're good on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Literacy in the American colonies.
The Puritans that came from the British Empire to, where they settled.
Yeah, North America.
They, encouraged literacy in their own civilization, though, not with the, locals, and they didn't want to convert them either.
Yeah.
But then in Spanish colonies, it was discouraged, right?
Yeah, it was discouraged because they didn't want revolt.
Alright. So, should we move on?
Yeah, it's not that big of a topic, really.
Okay.
Okay, Spanish ruined the Americas. Missionary efforts, demographic implications, forms of labor, Encomitadia, reprint, hacienda, metiendos, coroles, princeland. Who had that one?
I don't know. Who had that one?
Angelo, I think. Yeah, Angelo did.
Wait, what? He did? What? Frick, dude. He had a long one too, I just realized.
It's basically from like 626 to 628, I think, or 29.
Chapter 15, because I remember mestizos or something like that being...
Yeah, mestizos.
Yeah.
Here, it's a vocabulary word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So Spanish rule in the Americas, they forced it amongst the Native Americans after they conquered them.
You're cutting out.
And their forms of labor were slavery. I don't know most of those except for Creoles and mestizos.
I know mestizos were like some kind of mixed race thing. Here, let me look it back at the tabs.
Yeah, they were.
Oh yeah, mixed race population of Spanish colonial societies in the Americas. Okay.
A term used to describe the mixed race population of Spanish colonial society in the Americas. Yep. Peninsularies were the Spanish people born in the Americas, and then Creoles were the Spaniards born in the Americas. Wait, what?
No.
Peninsularies were the ones that were born in Spain.
Yeah, and they went to.
Creoles were the Spaniards born in the Americas.
Okay, so like the penis people, sir, whatever.
Peninsularies.
Yes, that. Anyway,
the penis people.
Anyway, so they think of them as like basically like the actual people born in Spain, obviously. So pure, I'm just gonna say pure. Creoles are like They were still Spanish, but then they were born in America. So they're like half as cool as those guys, and then mestizos were just mixed race.
Yep. The Peninsulars had more power than the Corellis.
Yeah.
Peninsulars, Corellis, Mestizos, Hacienda. What was that?
Wait, Chris, can you say the Spanish rule again? In Americas?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, what they do or something, or what happened?
Oh, they conquered and then they forced Catholicism.
Alright, okay, cool.
And they weren't tolerant of the religions that were already in place there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it says something about Ecamene, Reputado, and Hacienda. It's all in this paragraph right here, I think.
Page 627, 854, and 858.
So 627.
Yeah, we're already there.
Okay, it's all in this paragraph. The economic foundation for this emerging colonial society lay in commercial agriculture, much of it on large rural estates, and in silver and gold mining. In both cases, native peoples, rather than African slaves or European workers, provided most of the labor, despite their much diminished numbers. Almost everywhere it was forced labor, often directly required by colonial authorities, in a legal system known as encomienda. The one that starts with E. The Spanish crown granted to particular Spanish settlers a number of local native people from whom they could require labor, gold, or agricultural produce, and to whom they owed protection and instruction into Christian faith. It turned into an exploitative regime not far removed from slavery and was replaced by a similar system, the one that starts with R, with slightly more control by the crown and Spanish officials. By the 17th century, the hacienda system had taken shape, by which the owners of large estates directly employed native workers with low wages, high taxes, and large debts to the landowners.
So hacienda was forced labor, right?
No. The one that starts with E and R are forced labor. Well, the ones with the hacienda they paid them very low.
In a legal system known as encomienda, the Spanish crown granted number of local. Encomienda. It basically granted Spaniards freedom to take gold from natives.
Yeah, it says.
Yeah. That's not forced labor, is it?
Yes, it is. It turned into an exploitative regime not far removed from slavery.
Okay.
And was replaced by similar to one that starts with R. Hacienda was the good one, or the quote-unquote good.
So low pay labor.
Yep. With a lot of debt. And little control over their livelihood.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. And then, so that takes care of that. That takes care of that. And then, missionary efforts, demographic implications, forms of labor, servitude. What are the missionary efforts? Convert everybody, right?
They forced it.
Okay. What does demographic implications mean?
I don't know. I don't even know what demographic means.
Relating to the structure of populations.
Okay.
So demographic what? Implications. Oh, okay. So a lot of people died because of warfare that they caused and disease.
Yeah.
Also because of all the hard work they did.
Labor, warfare, and disease.
Yeah. And that's it. Now the last one, which is the first one.
European expansion into the world, maritime empires, and
Sugar colonies.
They were searching for the Indian Ocean. in Asia when they got there. Well, the maritime empires, weren't they like the empires in the Americas that were controlled from overseas countries?
Yes.
Wait. No, wait. Actually, weren't they overseas empires or something? It's one of our vocab words.
I don't think it was.
I thought it was.
No, it's not here.
These empires that were like paying tribute to the mother country.
That was the fucking British and Dutch East India empires.
No, they did it in America too, didn't they? Oh, I'm just gonna look up the definition.
I think maritime empires is the one that you said where it's just ruling from away.
Yeah, they're ruling overseas. So it basically means an empire at sea. A seaborne empire. The heck?
That ain't me.
I'm just gonna say a empire from overseas.
Yeah. Like, what would be an example?
The Spanish colonies. They were part of the Spanish Empire, but they were overseas.
Yes.
Maritime empires, sugar colonies. Sugar colonies were very labor intensive with slaves.
Yeah.
Low expectancy, and on the first, he said it was the first what, like
20.
company?
They didn't live like average. They didn't live over 20.
Yeah, but it was the first like big trading thing that he said.
It was the first like huge thing of human trade or something. I don't know.
What do we have? It's not a company. It's like a. I don't fucking know. It was the first of those though. The first monopoly, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, the first slave trade monopoly or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Does that mean that we're done, boys? Did we finish?
Yeah.
Holy crap! We did it, boys. We finished. We did the whole study, guys.
I think Angela's off the freeway now.
Chris, you were taking notes the whole time, right?
Yeah, I have 2 sheets of paper, and Andy was taking notes. Wait, you weren't taking notes?
No, I wasn't taking notes.
Okay, you don't get any of mine. No,
I actually stopped like around 20 because after that, that's when like the recent units came in, so like I had more like fresh knowledge of it.
yeah.
I took notes on like the last few because.
I'll text you pictures.
Yeah, just do that. I didn't take notes because like I don't know. I just need refreshers.
Yeah, send your notes in the Discord.
No, because then Angelo and Christina and Drew can get them.
Here, we'll just create a private chat between us three then. I'll do it.
No, I'm just kidding. If you want to.
No, that's just stupid.
We share the notes with them. I think we should.
Just do it, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do.
Okay, so that's it. Wow.
We did it, boys. We got
Cool.
Victory Royale.